All right, so on this video, we are looking at logarithms, and we want to be able to take logarithms and change them into exponential form, and then take them from the exponential form and put them in log form. And then we want to be able to evaluate some of them without using a calculator. So when we're looking at our first problem here, we've got log base 4 of 64 is equal to 3. Well, if we change that in exponential form, basically all you're doing is taking these two values right here and you're flipping them. So we're looking at 4 cubed equals 64. Well, that makes sense, right? Because 4 cubed is 64. So you drop the log and you just flip those two values. So let's look at this one. We have log base b, 16 equals 4. So if we wrote this in exponential, it would be b4 is equal 16. Now, on these, if we want to write the equation in log form, just like we did before, we have our base come straight down. So basically we're taking from here and going up. The base is still going to be in the same position, and then you flip these two here. So that means we have log, here's our base, it's going to not change. And instead of -3, we will have 1/27 is equal to -3. So 1/27 is equal to -3. So you're just taking those two terms and you're flipping them. Now if we look at this one, we're going to have the same base. So log base 6, 36 is equal to x. That's all you're doing there. All right, now if we want to look at evaluating the expression without using a calculator, we have to remember that when we don't see a base, our base is 10. So if we have 10 log 10 of 4, using our log properties, we realize that it's just our value of 4. So this will just equal to 4. And over here we have e to the ln of 6x4. Well, e and ln, they undo each other. So in this case also we're going to have is equal to 6x to the 4th. Now when we're looking at something like log base 2, 1, if we write this in exponential form, it will make a little bit more sense. So we're looking at 2 to what power will equal 1? Because if we had an equal sign here, this value would come over to be the exponent, and this becomes what it equals. So how do we get 2 to be equal to be 1? So if we're looking at 2 to the first power, we get 2. 2 to the second power would equal 4. But 2 to what power gets us 1? Well, the only way to get 1 is 2 to the 0 power. So anytime you have a log with base 2 or base anything and a 1, you're looking for the value will be 0. So this would equal to 0.